Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Guru Kripa. Today is the 11th class of Sundara Kandam. We are in Sarga 1, Samudra Langhanam. Hanuman is crossing over the ocean in search of Sita Mata. He has encountered two obstacles on the way, and we are continuing to enjoy his Anveshanam or the searching, and also trying to understand how Hanuman is facing the challenges and how he is handling each of those situations that have been presented to him. We have completed till verses 180. We will be doing the next set of 20 verses today. After a quick revision, let's do the Dhyana Shloka first. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vighnopashantaye Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha बुद्धिर्बलं यशो धैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्. सुन्दरकाण्डं प्रथमः सर्गः समुद्रलङ्घनम्. नलिनी जी, राम राम राम, नमस्कारः.
Namaste Bhagini. I'll start.
एकनिमिषं, 1 minute. 161, right? There. रेखा भगिनी भवती अस्ति वा? Nalini Bagni is going to chant. If you think any pronunciation requires fixing or any line needs to be repeated, you can just guide her. I'll just take it.
Sundara Kandam, Prathama Sargaha, Samudra Lankanam, verses 161 to 180. Abravit Kuruvai Vaktram, Yena Mam Vishahishyase, Ityuktva Surasam Kruddho, Dashayo Janamayatam, Dashayo Janavistaro, बभूव हनुमांस्तदा तं दृष्ट्वा मेघसङ्काशं दशयोजनमायतं चकार सुरसाप्यास्यं विंशद्योजनमायतं तां दृष्ट्वा विस्तृतास्यां तु वायुपुत्र सुबुद्धिमान् हनुमांस्तु तथ क्रुद्धः 30 योजनमायतः चकार सुरसा वक्त्रम् 40 तथोच्छ्रितम् बभूव हनुमान् वीरः 50 योजनोच्छ्रितः चकार सुरसा वक्त्रम् 60 योजनमायतम् तथैव हनुमान् वीरः 70 योजनोच्छ्रितः चकार सुरसा वक्त्रम् 80 योजनायतम् हनुमानचल प्रख्यो 90 योजनोच्छ्रितः चकार सुरसा वक्त्रम् 100 योजनमायतम् तद्दृष्ट्वा व्यादितं त्वास्यं वायुपुत्र सुबुद्धिमान् दीर्घजिह्वं सुरसया सुघोरं नरकोपमम् ससंक्षिप्यात्मनः कायं जीमूत इव मारुतिः तस्मिन् मुहूर्ते हनुमान् बभूवाङ्गुष्ठमात्रकः सोऽभिपत्याशु तद्वक्त्रम् निष्पत्य च महाजवः अन्तरिक्षे स्थितः श्रीमान् इदं वचनमब्रवीत् प्रविष्टोऽस्मि हि ते वक्त्रम् दाक्ष्यायणि नमोऽस्तु ते गमिष्ये यत्र वैदेही सत्यश्चासीद्वरस्तव तं दृष्ट्वा वदनान्मुक्तं चन्द्रं राहुमुखादिव अब्रवीत् सुरसा देवी स्वेन रूपेण वानरम् अर्थसिद्ध्यै हरिश्रेष्ठ गच्छ सौम्य यथा सुखम् समानयस्व वैदेही राघवेण महात्मना तत्तृतीयं हनुमतो दृष्ट्वा कर्म सुदुष्करम् साधु साध्विति भूतानि प्रशशंसुस्तथा हरिं ससागरमनादृश्यम् अभ्येत्य वरुणालयम् जगामाकाशमाविश्य वेगेन गरुडोपमः सेविते वारिधाराभिः पतगैश्च निषेविते चरिते कैशिकाचार्यैः ऐरावत निषेविते सिंहकुञ्जरशार्दूल पतगोरगवाहनैः विमानैः सम्पदद्भिश्च विमलैः समलङ्कृते वज्राशनिसमाघातैः पावकैरूपशोभिते कृतपुण्यैर्महाभागैः स्वर्गजिद्भिरलङ्कृते वहता हव्यमत्यर्थं सेविते चित्रभानुना ग्रहनक्षत्रचन्द्रार्क तारागणविभूषिते महर्षि गणगन्धर्व नागयक्षसमाकुले विविक्ते विमले विश्वे विश्वावसुनिषेविते देवराज गजाक्रान्ते चन्द्रसूर्यपथे शिवे.
Excellent, Bagni. Excellent.
Thank you so
Chanting
much.
was-
All your guidance.
Chanting was excellent. Excellent. I think just one place I think you just missed it with the, if I have to really picky on you. I was multitasking trying to send the link to all the groups, the YouTube link, but I think just one place I noticed you missed it with one. That's all.
Where, Bagini?
Sorry?
Where exactly?
Where exactly? Okay, let's, now that you asked, let me go back. I'll tell you which place. There. Antarikshe sthita Shriman. There is Rikshe, Antarikshe, there is, and then sthita Shriman. Yeah.
Okay.
There is Sakaraha, and then there is Isha. I
Ish.
think you can go back and listen to the recording. I thought you did not say the Sakaraha there. I was like, till then, you had chanted, 10 shlokas and there were no mistakes at all. But then after that also, absolutely no mistakes. Wouldn't you agree, Rekha Bagni?
Ram Ram again. It was an excellent chanting.
Excellent chanting. Excellent chanting.
Thank you so much. Antarikshe Sthita Shriman.
There is Antarikshe Sthita Shriman. There is Sakaraha there, and then the Shakaraha there.
Sakara.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very, very nice. Okay. Now we go to the next set. We're almost nearing the end of Bhavani Bagni.
Hari Om Baini, Ram Ram.
Ram Namaskar. There, 181. Vitane Jivalokasya
Vitane Jivalokasya
Vitate Brahma Nirmite
Vitate Brahma Nirmite
Bahusha Sevite Viraihi
Bahushasevite Viraihi
Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi
Vidyadhara Ganaivaraihi
Ganairvaraihi
Vidyadhara Ganaihi Varaihi
Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi
Vidyadhara Ganairvahaihi
Varaihi.
Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi
Aha. Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi
Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi.
Very good. Vitane Jivalokasya Vitate Brahma Nirmite
Vitane Jivalokasya Vitate Brahma Nirmite
Bahusha Sevite Viraihi Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi
Bahushasevite Viraihi Vidyadhara Ganairvaraihi.
Very good. Jagama Vayumarge tu
Jagama Vayumarge tu
Garutmaniva Marutihi
Garutmaniva Marutihi
Hanuman Meghajalani
Hanuman Meghajalani Hanuman Meghajalani
Uttamam. Prakarshan Maruto Yatha.
Prakarshan Maruto Yatha.
Very good. Jagama Vayumarge tu Garutmaniva Marutihi
Jagama Vayumarge tu Garutmaniva Marutihi
Hanuman Meghajalani Prakarshan Maruto Yatha.
Hanuman Meghajalani Prakarshan Maruto Yatha.
Very good. Kalagaru Savarnani
Kalakaru Savarnani
Raktapita Sitani cha
Raktabita Sitani cha Shamita Raktabita Sitani cha.
Very good. कपिना कृष्यमाणानि
कपिना कृष्यमाणानि
1 minute महाभ्राणि चकाशिरे
महाभ्राणि चकाशिरे
कालागरुसवर्णानि रक्तपीतसितानि च
कालागरु सर्वाणि
Mm.
एक निमिषं कालागरु सवर्णानि रक्तपीतसितानि च
उत्तमम् कपिना कृष्यमाणानि महाभ्राणि चकाशिरे
कपिना कृष्यमाणानि महाभ्राणि चकाशिरे
वेरी गुड प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि
प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि
one more time
प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि
correct निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः
निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः
प्रावृषीन्दुरिवा भाति
प्रावृषीन्दुरिवा भाति
निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
निष्पदन् प्रविशंस्तदा
निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
निष्पदन् प्रविशंस्तदा
पतन्
निष्पदन् प्रविशंस्तदा
I'm hearing padan निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
very good प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः
प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः
प्रावृषीन्दुरिवा भाति निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
प्रावृषीन्दुरिवा भाति निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा
very good प्रदृश्यमानः सर्वत्र
प्रदृश्यमानः सर्वत्र
हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
भेजेम्बरं निरालम्बम्
भेदेम्बरं निरालम्बं
लम्बपक्ष इवाद्रिराट्
लम्बवक्ष इवाद्रिराट्
प्रदृश्यमानः सर्वत्र हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
प्रदृश्यमान सर्वत्र हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
भेजेम्बरं निरालम्बं लम्बपक्ष इवाद्रिराट्
भेजेम्बरं निरालम्बं लम्बपक्ष इवाद्रिराट्
वेरी गुड प्लवमानं तु तं दृष्ट्वा
प्लवमानं तु तं दृष्ट्वा
सिंहिका नाम राक्षसी
सिंहिका नाम राक्षसी
मनसा चिन्तयामास
मनसा चिन्तयामास
प्रवृद्धा कामरूपिणी
प्रवृद्धा कामरूपिणी
प्लवमानं तु तं दृष्ट्वा सिंहिका नाम राक्षसी
प्लवमानं तु तं दृष्ट्वा सिंहिका नाम राक्षसी
मनसा चिन्तयामास प्रवृद्धा कामरूपिणी
मनसा चिन्तयामास प्रवृद्धा कामरूपिणी
अद्य दीर्घस्य कालस्य
अद्य दीर्घस्य कालस्य
भविष्याम्यह माशिता
भविष्याम्यहमाशिता
Idam hi me. One second. Idam hi me mahasatvam.
महत्सत्त्वमिति अस्ति किल
क्षम्यताम्. Idam hi me mahatsatvam.
इदं हि मे महत्सत्त्वं
Chirasya vashamagatam.
चिरस्य वशमागतम्
Adya dirghasya kalasya bhavishyamyahmashita.
अद्य दीर्घस्य कालस्य भविष्याम्यहमाशिता
महाप्राणः
भविष्याम्यहमाशिता
aha, one more time.
अद्य दीर्घस्य कालस्य भविष्याम्यहमाशिता
उत्तमम्. इदं हि मे महत्सत्त्वं चिरस्य वशमागतम्.
इदं हि मे महत्सत्त्वं चिरस्य वशमागतम्
इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा
इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा
छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्.
छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्
किञ्चित् मन्दं वदतु वदतु वा. Just a little slower. इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा
इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा
छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्.
छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्
छायायां गृह्यमाणायां
छायायां गृह्यमाणायां
चिन्तयामास वानरः.
चिन्तयामास वानरः
इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्.
इति सञ्चिन्त्य मनसा छायामस्य समाक्षिपत्
छायायां गृह्यमाणायां चिन्तयामास वानरः.
छायायां गृह्यमाणायां चिन्तयामास वानरः
समाक्षिप्तोऽस्मि सहसा
समाक्षिप्तोऽस्मि सहसा
पङ्गुकृतपराक्रमः.
पङ्गुकृतपराक्रमः
प्रतिलोमेन वातेन
प्रतिलोमेन वातेन
महानौरिव सागरे.
महानौरिव सागरे
समाक्षिप्तोऽस्मि सहसा पङ्गुकृतपराक्रमः.
समाक्षिप्तोऽस्मि सहसा पङ्गुकृतपराक्रमः
प्रतिलोमेन वातेन महानौरिव सागरे.
प्रतिलोमेन वातेन महानौरिव सागरे
वेरी गुड. तिर्यगूर्ध्वमधश्चैव
दिर्यगूर्ध्वं मदश्चैव
वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः.
वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः
ददर्श स महत्सत्त्वम्
ददर्श स महत्सत्त्वम्
उत्थितं लवणाम्भसि.
उत्थितं लवणाम्भसि
तिर्यगूर्ध्वमधश्चैव वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः.
दिर्यगूर्ध्वं मदश्चैव वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः
Very good. So you can split there and say for the Mahaprana stressing. That is a good choice. Tiryagurdhvam adashchaiva. That is also correct. Vikshamaanastatah kapihi.
वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः
Dadarsha samahatsattvam.
ददर्श स महत्सत्त्वम्
Uthitam lavanambhasi.
Uttitham lavanambhasi.
Very good. So here, tathah kapihi. You say that very beautifully, Bhagni. Vikshamanas tathah kapihi.
Dhanyawad Bhagini.
Tadrishtva chintayamasa
Tadrishtva chintayamasa
marutir vikritananam
marutir vikritananam
kapirajena kathitam
kapirajena kathitam
sattvamadbhuta darshanam
sattvamadbhuta darshanam
tadrishtva chintayamasa marutir vikritananam.
tadrishtva chintayamasa marutir vikritananam
Mahapranah nasti.
marutir vikritananam
Kapirajena kathitam sattvamadbhuta darshanam.
kapirajena kathitam sattvamadbhuta darshanam.
One more time, Bhakti.
Tadrishtva chintayamasa marutir vikritananam kapirajena kathitam sattvamadbhuta darshanam.
Kathitam. The first one is the Mahapranah. Kathitam sattvamadbhuta. That bha is Mahapranah. Can you try the second line one more time? Kapirajena.
Kapirajena kathitam.
Kapirajena kathitam.
Kapirajena kathitam. Kapirajena kathitam sattvamadbhuta darshanam.
Very good. Now that adbhuta, that bha is Mahapranah. Comes to kind of practice. Chayagrahi Mahaviryam
Chayagrahi Mahaviryam
Tadidam Natra Samshayah
Tadidam Natra Samshayah
Satam Budhvartha Tatvena Shamitam Satam Budhvartha Tatvena
Satam Budhvartha Tatvena
idhva. So Budhvartha Tatvena
Satam Budhvartha Tatvena
Simhika Matiman Kapihi
Simhikam Matiman Kapihi
Chayagrahi Mahaviryam Tadidam Natra Samshayah
Chayagrahi Mahaviryam Tadidam Natra Samshayah
Satam Budhvartha Tatvena Simhikam Matiman Kapihi.
Satam Budhvartha Tatvena Simhikam Matiman Kapihi.
Very good. First Chaya is the Mahapranah. I think you said that. I'm just enforcing that. 1 second. Vyavardhata Mahakayah
Vyavardhata Mahakayah
Pravrishiva Balahakah
Pravrishivam Balahakah
Tasya Sakayamudvikshya
Tasya Sakayam Udvikshya
Udvikshya
Tasya Sakayam Udvikshya
Vardhamanam Mahakapehe
Vardhamanam Mahakapehe
Vyavardhata Mahakayah Pravrishiva Balahakah
Vyavardhata Mahakayah Pravrishiva Balahakah
Tasya Sakayamudvikshya वर्धमानं महाकपेः
तस्य सा कायम् उद्वीक्ष्य वर्धमानं महाकपेः
वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास
वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास
पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
घनराजीव गर्जन्ती
घनराजीव गर्जन्ति
वानरं समभिद्रवत्
वानरं समभिद्रवत्
वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास पालान्तरसन्निभम् क्षम्यताम् वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
पाताल अन्तरसन्निभम् पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
पातालान्तरसन्निभम्
घनराजीव गर्जन्ती वानरं समभिद्रवत्
घनराजीव गर्जन्ति वानरं समभिद्रवत्
फर्स्ट pada there Bagni, just say it one more time.
वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास पातालान्तरसन्निभम् घनराजीव गर्जन्ति
Dhanarajiva. It is?
Andy,
It is not Dhanarajiva. It is?
I said gha.
Gha. I heard it. Gha.
Na
Dhanara-
gha eva. Mahaprana gha eva uttama.
Okay. Uttama.
घनराजीव गर्जन्ति वानरं सभाभिद्रवत्
वानरं समभिद्रवत्
वानरं समभिद्रवत्
Dhra Mahapranah nasti. Only the bha is Maha.
वानरं समभिद्रवत्
Correct. And there is a dvitva there. Samabhidravat. Idra. There is a idra that we say. Very good. Sadadarsha tatastasya
तददर्श ततस्तस्या
vivritam sumahanmukham
विवृतं सुमहन्मुखम्
कायमात्रं च मेधावी
कायमात्रं च मेधावी
मर्माणि च महाकपिः
मर्माणि च महाकपिः
सददर्श ततस्तस्य विवृतं सुमहन्मुखम्
सददर्श ततस्तस्या विवृतं सुमहन्मुखम्
कायमात्रं च मेधावी मर्माणि च महाकपिः
कायमात्रं च मेधावी मर्माणि च महाकपिः
सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे
सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे
वज्रसंहननः कपिः just little bit slower Bagni सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे
सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे
वज्रसंहननः कपिः
वज्रसंहननः कपिः
संक्षिप्य मुहुरात्मानं
संक्षिप्य मुहुरात्मानं
निष्पपात महाबलः
निष्पपात महाबलः
वेरी गुड सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे वज्रसंहननः कपिः
सतस्या विवृते वक्त्रे वज्रसंहननः कपिः
संक्षिप्य मुहुरात्मानं निष्पपात महाबलः
संक्षिप्य मुहुरात्मानं निष्पपात महाबलः
वेरी गुड आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तम्
आस्येतस्य निमज्जन्तम्
ददृशुः सिद्धचारणाः
ददृदुःसिद्धचारणाः
ददृशुः सिद्धचारणाः
ददृदुःसिद्धचारणाः
ददृशुः सिद्ध
ददृदुःसिद्ध
you're saying dadrush dadrushu
ददृदुः
dadrush
ददृशुःसिद्धचारणाः
correct dadrushu siddhacharanaah
ददृशुःसिद्धचारणाः
correct आस्येतस्या
आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तम्
ददृशुः सिद्धचारणाः
ददृशुःसिद्धचारणाः
ग्रस्यमानं यथा चन्द्रम्
ग्रस्यमानं यथा चन्द्रम्
पूर्णं पर्वणि राहुणा
पूर्णं पर्वणि राहुणा
आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तं ददृशुः सिद्धचारणाः
आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तम् ददृशुःसिद्धचारणाः
ग्रस्यमानं यथा चन्द्रम् पूर्वं पर्वणि राहुणा
ग्रस्यमानं यथा चन्द्रम् पूर्णं पर्वणि राहुणा
Very good. ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः
ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः
मर्माण्युत्कृत्य वानरः
मर्माण्युत्कृत्य वानरः
उत्पपाताथ वेगेन
उत्पपाताथ वेगेन
वेरी गुड मनः सम्पात विक्रमः
मनः सम्पात विक्रमः
ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः मर्माण्युत्कृत्य वानरः
ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः मर्माण्युत्कृत्य वानरः
उत्पपाताथ वेगेन मनः सम्पात विक्रमः
उत्पपाताथ वेगेन मनः सम्पात विक्रमः
वेरी तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च
दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च
दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
स कपि प्रवरो वेगात्
स अपि प्रवरो वेगात्
ववृधे पुनरात्मवान्
ववृधे पुनरात्मवान्
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि
स कपि प्रवरो वेगात् ववृधे पुनरात्मवान्
स कपि प्रवरो वेगात् ववृधे पुनरात्मवान्
हृतहृत्सा हनुमता
कृतहृत्सा हनुमता
पपात विधुराम्भसि
पपात विधुराम्बसि
स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान्
स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान्
सृष्टस्तस्यानिपातने
सृष्टस्तस्यानिपातने
कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपा
क्षम्यताम्
no worries, I'll do it one more time. कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपात विधुराम्भसि
कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपाद विधुराम्भसि
पपात
पपात विधुराम्बसि
भसि ह्रस्वः
कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपात विधुराम्बसि
स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान् सृष्टस्तस्यानिपातने
स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान् सृष्टस्तस्या
Correct. Very good. Very good.
धन्यवादः.
Very well written. Do you want to try?
I'll try.
You'll try? Okay.
Yeah. But once I take up, the speed is coming automatically. I am not able to control somewhat myself. No.
Just try a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. I'll try. I'll try.
1 second. Just 1 minute, Bhagni. Okay, 195. What was the doubt? Vivritam doesn't have dvitva because vr is ev plus r, rishi, r. So it is not a sayukta akshara. So it is not vivritam. It is vivritam. Anytime you see the aksharam with rikarantaha, which is rishihi, right? So iv plus r. So that will become vr. So vivritam. Saraswati ji is asking if it is vra, right? If it is vivratam, if it is vra, iv plus ir plus it becomes vra. I'm just giving an example. So that will become vivratam because that is iv plus ra, which is and iv and repah ra. Both are vyanjanakshara. So it becomes a sanyukta aksharam there. So vivritam will not be vivratam. But there might be no word called vivratam. I'm just giving an example. Then it will be a dvitva there. Let Bhavani Bhagini chant 181 to 200. In the meantime, just listen to her chanting and whatever doubts you had while you were learning, see if those are clarified. If they are still not clarified, either in Zoom chat or in YouTube chat, I'm monitoring both. After she has completed chanting, you can give the numbers and we can try either Bhavani Bhagni or myself or Rekha ji. One of us will repeat the shloka.
हरि ओम् विताने जीवलोकस्य वितते ब्रह्म निर्मिते बहुशस्येविते वीरैः विद्याधरगणैर्वरैः बहुशस्येविते वीरैः विद्याधरगणैर्वरैः विद्याधरगणैर्वरैः
Correct.
जगामवायुमार्गे तु गरुत्मानिव मारुतिः हनुमान् मेघजालानि प्राकर्षन् मारुतो यथा हनुमान् मेघजालानि प्राकर्षन् मारुतो यथा कालागरुः सर्वान् कालागरु सवर्णानि रक्तपीतसितानि च कपिना कृष्यमाणानि महाभ्राणितकाशिरे प्रविशन्नभ्रजालानि निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः प्रावृषीन्धुरिवा भाति निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तथा तदा.
Wherever there is hrasva, just maintain the hrasva there. And it comes with practice. I'm just calling it out. Pravishanna bhrajalani nishpatamscha punah punah punah. In fact, all the verifiers who help verifying the audio, they're all very strict officers who help me. Where anytime I just elongate just a little bit, they'll be like, no, it is too long. You have to cut it short and re-record for the individual verses that I do. So sometimes because you want to maintain the tune, it becomes punah punah. It is punah punah. So we have to kind of like maintain that. I'm also practicing that because there is a tune, but we also have to make sure that hrasvaha sounds hrasvaha and dirgaha sounds dirgaha. So dirgaha for non-Sanskritam folks, it is kuril and neril, short vowels and short sound and long sound. So punah punah samanam pravrishin duriva bhati. On the other hand,
punah patamiva.
Patatu Bhagini, just 1 second. Nishpatan pravishamstada. That one is akaram. So tada, that will come sound at the end.
Okay.
So wherever, I'm just not just telling you, Bhagini, I'm telling myself and I'm telling all the learners as well that consciously we have to kind of practice. I think compared to Sarga 1, I think Sarga 2 we'll all get little better. I think I have personally gotten better because I'm consciously stopping wherever it is hrasvaha. I'm trying to stop irrespective of the tune. And even when I don't, all the verifiers who help me, Soumya ji, Rekha ji, Usha ji, and who's the other person? Rekha ji, Soumya ji, Usha ji, Rekha ji, and Mahalakshmi. So all four of them, when they listen to it and they just hear little bit of elongated sound, they'll be like, no, at 2 minutes 22 seconds I hear a little bit of dirgha sound. So make sure that you have to you cut it short. So just try it out a little bit. That's all.
Ambai. Pravishanna bhrajalani nishpatanshcha punah punah pravrishin duriva bhati nishpatin pravishamstada.
Last word.
Nishpatan pravishamstada.
Correct.
Pradrishyamanas sarvatra Hanuman marutatmajah bhejembaram niralambam lambapakshaiva plavamanam tutam drishtva Simhika nama rakshasi manasa chintayamasa pravruddha kamarupini adya dirgasya kalasya bhavishyam yahamashita adya dirgasya kalasya bhavishyam yahamashita idam hime mahatsatvam chirasya vashamagatam iti sanjintya manasa Chayamasya samakshipat Chayayam grihamanayam Chayayam grihyamanayam Chintayamasa vanarah.
Good.
Samakshiptosmi sahasa Pangu krita parakramah Pratimalomena वातेन महानौरिव सागरे प्रतिलोमे
Hmm.
तिर्यग्रूत्वमदर्व क्षम्यतां भगिनि तिर्यग्मूर्ध्वं मदश्चैव वीक्षमाणस्ततः कपिः ददर्श स महत्सत्त्वम् उत्थितं लवणाम्भसि
Just a little bit slower, Bhagni.
तद्दृष्ट्वा चिन्तयामास विकृताननं कपिरादेन कथितं सत्वं
Kapiraje. The stop is there.
Yeah.
Kapirajena kathitam.
कपिराधेन कथितं सत्वमद्भुतदर्शनम् छायाग्राहि महावीर्यं तदिदं नात्र संशयः सतां बुद्ध्वार्थतत्त्वेन सिंहिकां मतिमान् कपिः यवर्धत महाकायः प्रावृषीव बलाहकः तस्य साकायमुद्वीक्ष्य वर्धमानं महाकपेः वक्त्रं प्रसारयामास पातालान्तरसन्निभं घनराजीव गर्जन्ति वानरं समविध्रवत् ददर्श ततस्तस्या विवृतं सुमहन्मुखं कायमात्रं च मेधावी मर्माणि च महाकपिः सप्तस्या विवृते वक्त्रे वज्रसंहननः कपिः संक्षिप्य मुहुरात्मानं निष्पपात महाबलः आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तं आस्येतस्या निमज्जन्तं ददृशुः सिद्धचारणाः ग्रस्यमानं यथाश्चन्द्रम्
I am hearing a is there. Yathas Chandram. Grasmanam Yatha Chandram.
ग्रस्यमानं यथा चन्द्रम् पूर्णं पर्वणि राहुणा ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः मर्माण्युत्थृत्य वानरः उत्पपाथात् वेगेन मनः सम्पादविक्रमः तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च
One more time.
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि स कपिप्रवरो वेगात् बवृधे पुनरात्मवान् कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपात विध्राम्बसी स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान् सृष्टस्तस्या निपातने.
One more time. 200. Just do one more time. That's good.
कृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपात विध्राम्बसी. विधुराम्बसी स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान् सृष्टस्तस्या निपातने.
Very good. Very good, Bhagini.
धन्यवादः भगिनी. क्षम्यताम्. I made a mistake, so many mistakes today.
We're all learners. You should see the number of mistakes I make while I'm recording, or sometimes I teach. We all make mistakes. With practice, it just comes to us. It's
Bhagini. Dhanyawad.
Abhyasaha, the sincerity which we all want to learn, and chant is what is important.
Yeah.
Of course, when you are there, Bhagini, there will be at least one Shamyatam that you'll say. So
I think it has become my habit.
I know you start Namaskaraha and there will be one Shamyatam. Bhavani Bhagni. For others, Bhavani Bhagni has traveled, with us as part of the Sanskritam classes. So I'm very used to her Shamyatam. Please. Any numbers which was not very clear and you need repetition? I think I answered Saraswati ji's question. Let me see the YouTube chat. Please repeat 190. Rekha ji, can you do 190? Let me flip to that slide.
तिर्यगूर्ध्वमधश्चैव वीक्ष्यमाणस्ततः कपिः ददर्श स महत्सत्त्वम् उत्थितं लवणाम्भसि.
Correct. So here I think the confusion is here. So tirya gurdhva, it becomes gurdhvam adhaha cha eva. That is the split there. So tirya gurdhvam adhaschaiva. Just repeat that word alone, Rekha ji.
तिर्यगूर्ध्वमधश्चैव
Madhaschaiva shakaraha.
तिर्यगूर्ध्वमधश्चैव.
Correct. I think, and then utthitam, that is okay. Lavanambhasi is also okay. I think Shashi ji, I assume the doubt is around the first pada there. Tirya gurdhvam adhaha cha eva. So when you join it together, it becomes tirya gurdhvam adhaschaiva. That is the pada there. Hope that is clear. 184.
प्रविष्णभ्रजालानि निष्पतंश्च पुनः पुनः प्रवृषीन्दुरिवां भाति.
Dirgham. Pravrishin.
क्षम्यतां भगिनि. प्रवृषीन्दुरिवा भाति निष्पतन् प्रविशंस्तदा.
Pravishan nabhrajalani nishpatamscha punah punah. Pravrishin duriva bhati nishpatan pravishamstada. Pravishaim istada. Pravishamstada. That is the tricky pada there. Beautiful chanting, Rekha ji, as usual. Pravishan nabhrajalani nishpatamscha punah punah. Pravrishin duriva bhati nishpatan pravishamstada. 198.
ततस्तस्या नखैस्तीक्ष्णैः मर्माण्युत्कृत्य वानरः उत्पपाताथ वेगेन मनः सम्पात विक्रमः.
Correct. Very good. Tatastasya nakhais tikshnaihi marmanyutkritya vanaraha utpapatatha. So utpapata, all that are alpa pranaha. Only the tha there is mahapranaha. Utpapatatha vegena manassam. There is a visargaha there. Manassampata vikramaha. I hope that was clear, Usha ji. The last one.
हृतहृत्सा हनुमता पपात विधुराम्भसि स्वयंभुवेव हनुमान् दृष्टस्तस्या निपातने.
Hritahritsa Hanumata Papata Vidhurambhasi Swayambhuveva Hanuman Srishti, that's Srishtastasya Nipatane. There must always be Patabeda. So we'll just go with whatever text we have here. Krita Hritsa Hanumata from, I think hopefully from Sarga, which Sarga, I don't know, maybe Sarga 3, I think. So Jyotsna and I have tried, we have tried to figure out a way to do the Ramakrishna Mat text. So the text that we have been looking is, I think I had mentioned in previous classes, we don't have one particular site where we can get the text in all languages, which has been the #1 challenge. And there is no way for us to type from textbook to a book to into Word or PowerPoint. It will cause a lot of human errors. So Jyotsna and I are trying to work on a method where we can, from the Ramakrishna Mat book, we can take the Sanskritam script and then we can use that, all those in Sanskritam, and then we can use a transliterator, which is available online, to create the text in English and Tamil. So hopefully the Pathabeda will be, if you are following the Ramakrishna Mat book, hopefully the Pathabeda will be almost eliminated from, I think, Sarga 3. I've already recorded Sarga 2. From Sarga 3, we are going to try that. And I have to thank Jyotsna, who's been working tirelessly with me, and all the slides verifiers as well. You know, there's a whole crew behind Usha ji. They all, you know, in Tamil they say kandla velakanna vittundu paakradhu. So they go through the recording, they go through Sanskritam text once. 4 of them do this. So you can imagine 4 into 3, 12 times the slides are verified. So they go through they play the recording, they look through the Sanskritam text. They play the recording again, they look through the English text. They play the recording again and then they look through the Tamil text. So 4 of them do this for all 3 languages. So you can imagine the amount of effort that goes behind, and I can't thank everybody enough for this. And hopefully when the new method that we are exploring, if that materializes with minimum human intervention, whenever we have to intervene to fix something, it highly becomes dependent on us, right? And becomes like a subjective effort, and I'm generally not for it. So which is why we're trying to see if we can kind of like create something which requires lesser intervention from us. So I can't thank every person who's been helping both in audio verification, creation of the text document, and the verification. The amount of, and one person verifies and then I tag the other person, we have a group, and then the next person verifies and then I fix, I resend, they verify again, I fix, I resend, they verify again. So we go back and forth, and yeah, while I understand this is all a team effort, it takes time, and I'm very grateful to every person who's been giving their time for Sundara Kandam. Okay, I think Visarga followed by Dirga. So it will be he. So a he. So, and then you have to elongate a little bit there. Yamini ji is asking, I think, in YouTube. You can refer to the Pravesha, the first 6 classes, Bhagini. It has the Visarga pronunciation that I have given, so that hopefully that will help. So if you have Visarga followed by a Dirga, right? A Dirga Visarga. Dirga followed by a Visarga. So he. So he. There is a slight elongation, but not too much. Okay. Was there another number? One. Numbers are different, correct? So yeah. Yeah, we came across this new the OCR reader and this JavaScript based transliterator very recently. I came across this, so we are trying to explore. So with complete surrender to Hanuman, we'll see whether that materializes. I think one more, Rekha ji, 199, just one more, and then we will.
तां तु दृष्ट्या च धृत्या च दाक्षिण्येन निपात्य हि सकपिप्रवरो वेगात् ववृधे पुनरात्मवान्.
Vavridhe punaratmavan. Correct. Vavridhe. We tend to say Vavridhe. There is also Vridhanam. So some places it might be, could be Idha. Very nice. Tam tu drishtyacha dhrityacha dakshinyena nipatyahi. Sa kapipravaro. There is a dvitva there, where you have to say the ip. Like in Tamil you say Padalai Padinan. Padalai plus Padinan becomes Padalai Padinan. Ip there. Similarly, Kapipravaro. Vegat Vavridhe Punaratmavan. Excellent. I think that's all. I think we have covered all the numbers that have been requested in both Zoom and YouTube. Okay. Ramya ji. Thank you, Rekha ji, for helping.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Namaskaram, Bhagini.
Namaskara.
Okay. Hanuman was crossing over the ocean to do the Ramakaryam. He started off from Mahendragiri. On the way, he found his first obstacle, Mainakam. Out of love, Mainakam offered him to take a quick rest, but Hanuman, with a kind gesture, touched the mountain and continued his journey. To test Hanuman's strength, Devas, Gandharvas asked Nagamata Surasa to take a Rakshasa Rupam and be a hindrance to his journey. Surasa has told that she has a boon from Brahmadeva that nobody can win over her. She is not taking any of Hanuman's choices for helping with Ramakaryam. She opened her mouth and asked Hanuman to go inside her mouth and be her food. So we start with 161. She just kept her mouth open. Hanuman was restless and asked her to open the mouth. He expanded his size to 10 yojanas by height and width. 162. As he expanded, he looks like a huge dark cloud hanging in front of Surasa. 163. Now Surasa expanded her mouth to 20 yojanas wide. Seeing her widened mouth, Hanuman wanted to act in a clever way. Hanuman was angry further and he increased his size to 30 yojanas. Surasa also expanded her mouth by 40 yojanas. 165. Hanuman was not afraid to see Surasa. He expanded to 50 yojanas and Surasa expanded to 60 yojanas. Now Hanuman expanded to 70 yojanas and Surasa also expanded her mouth to 80 yojanas. Now Hanuman is resembling like a huge mountain and now he expanded to 90 yojanas, followed by Surasa expanded her mouth to 100 yojanas. In 168, Hanuman was extremely shocked to see Surasa. She was looking extremely horrifying, terrifying with her mouth open to 100 yojanas. It resembled like a gate of hell with a long red falling tongue out. The striking quality of Hanuman is wisdom. So with his sharp intellect, he wanted to explore the strategy, how to handle the situation in a wise manner. So in 169, Hanuman was like a big black cloud in front of Surasa. He quickly shrank himself, entire body into a thumb size. In 170, Hanuman, who is swift-minded and swift in action, entered Surasa's mouth and came out quickly. Before Surasa can understand what happened, with a blink of an eye, he went inside and came out immediately and stood there in the sky in front of Surasa and said the following to her. That's in 171. So as per your word, I complete the task you gave me. I offer my humble salutations to Dakshayani, the daughter of Daksha. I acted upon your words. Now please allow me to continue my journey to see Vaidehi, like wherever she is. I have to complete my Ramakaryam. So the boon that you obtained from Brahmadeva holds good and it proved as well. Surasa in 172, Surasa saw Hanuman coming out of her mouth. It was similar to Rahudeva was trying to devour the moon and release the moon. Now Surasa comes back to her original form to indicate peace among them. Hanuman kept his word and her boon was kept truthful. 173. Now Surasa conveyed to Hanuman as follows, like, please bring back Sita, Vaidehi, who is Raghava Sita, who's dear to Rama, who's the Mahatma. So she's referring Hanuman as best among monkeys. Please go. And she was very pleased with Hanuman's look. She calls her Hanuman as a pleasing. She's blessing Hanuman to continue his journey. In 174, Hanuman was extremely pleasing and happy. He had a sense of fulfillment, like the achievement in his face. He achieved the third task, which is extremely challenging one. Having seen this, all celestial beings appreciated Hanuman's work. They praised him like Hanuman as Harim. In 175, Hanuman continued his journey by flying into sky with lots of speed, and he moved swiftly just like a Garuda. From 176 to 188, now it's going to explain the path that Hanuman is traveling. His 176, his path has lots of clouds, water-bearing clouds, lots of birds who traverse frequently. His path is very challenging, same as Kaisika penance. So it is Kaisika penance is a vow, a demanding one that not any ordinary sages will follow.
Kaisha, Shakaraha, Bagni, Kaishika.
Kaishika. Kaishika penance. Okay. The same path, Indra's elephant will be there. And Hanuman is traveling close to Devaloka. It's a heaven. So Hanuman is a blessed one who can traverse in those paths, traversed by rare and blessed beings. In 177, lions, elephants, tigers, birds, serpents, divine vahanas are also going through the path. Flying vimanas are also moving in that path. So the path is a spotless, spectacular. It is beautiful to look at. They were well decorated. Only divine being can pass by. The path is illuminated and visible only to divine beings. It has Vajrayudham. The path is illuminated with fire, and we can hear the strikes of thunderbolt. The path is really resplendent to look at. In 178, the skyway is accessible and adorned by beings who performed good deeds. They are like Mahatmas, the great people who conquered heaven. The path is adorned and visited only by such people. The path is visited by celestial beings, sun, divine beings. They frequently carry some offerings to God. 179, the paths are decorated and frequently visited by group of Gandharvas, rishis, planets, stars, moon, sun, sages, celestial beings, serpents, constellation, celestial musicians. In 180, the path is extremely auspicious, clear, pure, spotless. It is traversed by celestial beings, Indra's Airavatam. It's a path of Chandra, Surya. The path has divine sounds, illuminated and resplendent look at. And this is the path Hanuman is crossing over.
This is the same Ramya Bagni who does the garlands, right?
Yes, Bahini.
Okay. Do you teach? Are you a teacher? I don't remember.
No, Bahini, this is the first time I'm doing so. I just typed like all the points and I'm just and I just explained.
Oh, the flow was beautiful.
I literally
Have you
followed
ever been a teacher?
No.
Okay. Absolutely loved it. I think the flow was very nice. Your modulation, where you need to focus, where you need to kind of, explain with like depth. You had the flow going very beautifully. Thank you, Bagni. Ram Ram.
Thank you, Bahini. Ram.
Yeah, it was very well explained, and I think Asha ji named it. It was very coherent, right? The way she was saying it, and she's kind of bringing the scene in front of us. Though she had, like a storytelling, and it didn't feel like she had something in front of her, and she was she was explaining. It kind of like came from inside. Very nice. So which is why I wanted to make sure if it's the same Bhagini. She does very beautiful flower garlands. You should see her string them. Does it so beautifully. And I'm always a big fan of her garlands. Okay. Now, Hanuman is continuing his path. He has crossed 2 hurdles, and one with a lot of love, which was offered to him, he reciprocated with love. The other one was that which he was tested by Devas, Gandharvas, and all these celestial beings, and he handled it using his intellect. So he's crossed 2. Now today we're going to see whether he's going to reach Lanka. If he's not going to reach Lanka, is he still traveling? And is he going to encounter something or somebody else? Vitane jivalokasya vitate brahma nirmite bahushaha sevite viraihi vidyadhara ganaihi varaihi. So, Brahma nirmite, Brahma, Lord Brahma, who is the creator. So this universe, Jivaloka, this universe has lot of beings which have been created by Brahma. This universe has been created. All the beings in the universe also have been created by Brahma. And Hanuman was continuing his journey. The path, that particular path that he was crossing, was visited. Bahushaha means often, many times. Viraihi, by Veerargal. In Tamil, we say Veerargal. So, great heroic people. Vidyadhara, we have seen this pada also before, the celestial beings called Vidyadharas. There are a lot of celestial beings which are referenced in Ramayana. So, by not just ordinary, Varaihi means not ordinary Vidyadharas, very special. We say Varam. Varam is Bhagyam, blessing. Or it also indicates loftiness. So lofty or excellent Vidyadharas. And Hanuman was continuing in that. Vitane means in the vast expanse of Jivalokasya, of the universe. By whom? By Brahma, which has been created by Brahma. The beings have been created by Brahma. And Vitate, it is not something that, we can fathom or understand by just looking at it, right? Like as we keep moving, it is a vast expanse of universe which is completely spread out. So it is not something which can be fathomed or, can be measured and shown, using a measuring scale or a tape or even our hand. So universe is something that we can't explain in terms of the size and the expanse of it. So such a kind of universe which was created by Brahma, which has been, and this particular path which has been Bahushaha, frequently, many times visited and worshipped by Viraihi, by great heroes, and the group of Vidyadharas. What kind of Vidyadharas? Varaihi Vidyadhara Ganaihi, means great or lofty Vidyadharas. So Hanuman was continuing. Jagama Vayu Margetu Garut Man Iva Marutihi. Hanuman Megha Jalani Prakarshan Marutaha Yatha. So here Jagama, he continued to go. Vayu Marge, the path of the wind. Vayu is wind, Margam is path. Garutman means the other name for Garuda, the divine bird Garuda, which is known for his speed. Garuda is also known for its bhakti towards Mahavishnu. Iva Marutihi, the son of Marut or wind, Hanuman. That Hanuman, Megha Jalani, he looked like a cluster of clouds, Prakarshan, and he was moving or dragging a bunch of clouds, Marutaha, just like cloud would drag, right? So when wind is moving, wind is flowing, or the Vahanam of wind is happening, you would see that the wind is dragging the clouds. I don't know how many of you had a chance to see the clouds in Chennai. I think it was last week, maybe Saturday. I don't remember the day. It's Friday or Saturday, when we had huge winds. When the landfall happened, the clouds were moving in the Akasham. It was as though they were moving at the speed of a vehicle. They were moving that fast because the wind was flowing that quickly at that speed. So Hanuman, the son, who is the son of wind god, was going through this path, and he was resembling Garuda. And as he was flying in that Vayu Margam, he was dragging along Megha Jalani. Jalam means cluster. Megha Jalani, cluster of clouds, just like Marutaha, just like wind would do. The speed with which he was flying and crossing over, he was dragging along a bunch of clouds. And how did he look? Kala agaru sarvani raktapita sitani cha kapina akrishya manani mahabhrani chakashire. So agaru, we recently encountered this word in Saundarya Lahari as well. It is a kind of scented black colored, resembling sandalwood. It is called black agar wood. So the clouds were looking, these massive clouds had different colors. Some were black in color, some were raktam. Raktam is red color. Pitam, we all know. Pita Vastram, Krishna's Vastram, Pita Varnam means yellow in color. Sitani is Shweta Varnam, white in color. So these clouds which were scattered around in the Akasham at different parts, right? So when we look at the Akasham, at one place you could see like black clouds, and suddenly there will be, a clear sky. And one place, if the sun is setting, you would see yellowish red. So the Akasham has like a mixture of colors that we would see. But the speed with which he was traveling, it looked like a mixture of all these colors which were splendid to look at. Mahabhrani, these massive clouds, Chakashire, they appeared. So how did they appear? They appeared splendid. So these massive clouds, which were in different colors, black, Raktam, which is red, Pitam, which is yellow, Sitani, Pita Sitani, which is white in color, they appeared Kapina by Hanuman when they were Akrishyamanani, when they were dragged. These massive clouds, Mahabhrani, Chakashire, they appeared splendid. They appeared beautiful to look at. So Hanuman, as he was flying, was like, he was dragging the clouds which had different colors, which were, kind of strewn all around. Pravishan abhra jalani nishpatancha punaha punaha pravrishinduhu iva abhati nishpatan pravishan tada. So you can see when, I think the example might be moon and the clouds, right? So on a cloudy day, when the entire sky is not fully cloudy, there are parts of it which is, cloud filled, you would see the moon coming in and out and coming in and out. I remember days when, we used to look at and stare at the sky, and the moon will kind of, disappear into the clouds, and we'll be waiting for it to like come out. So Hanuman looked like that. So he was entering into the cloud, and then suddenly he was emerging from the cluster of clouds. Punah punaha, and this was repeatedly happening. So he appeared Pravrishi Induhu, means the monsoon moon. During monsoon, that's when these clouds are very prominent in the sky. So in the sky, this moon becomes alternatively hidden and visible. So just like in the monsoon season, when the sky is filled with clouds, moon kind of plays hide and seek with us, right? It hides into the clouds and then suddenly it emerges out. So it plays that game with us. So similarly, Hanuman would enter and exit, enter and emerge from that cluster of clouds. Abhrajalani, again, though it means clouds. Pravishan means entering. Nishpatan means emerge or come out. So alternate, he was punah punah, he was alternating between these two. And the example which is given here is just like Induhu, which is moon during the monsoon or Varsha season. So during that season, just like the moon plays hide and seek along with the cloud, he was alternating between being visible to us and suddenly being hidden from us. Pradrishyamaanah sarvatra Hanuman Marutatmajah Bheje Ambaram Niralambam Lambapakshah Iva Adri Rat. So Adri means mountain. We all know Sheshadri, Himadri. So Adri means mountain. So Hanuman was visible everywhere. Like if you just looked at the sky, he had absolutely no support. Niralambam. Niralambam. You know, just your creepers in general would require support. He was moving in the Akasha Margam and we could pretty much see him from anywhere. His structure was so huge that you stand at any part of the in that region, you could have complete visibility of Hanuman. So Bheje means he entered. Ambaram. Ambaram means Akasham, sky. And it looked like, he looked like Adri, which is mountain, not just a mountain. Lamba Paksha. Paksha means wings. Lamba means long. So as though a huge mountain. Remember earlier we were talking about mountains having wings and Indra chopping off. And that is how Mainakam got pushed into the Sagaram. So he looked like this great, huge sized mountain, but Lamba Paksha, long extended wings. So even though he absolutely had no support, he was not holding on to something and he was flying. He was flying as though he was, just floating in the air. And he was visible from every spot from which we wanted to see him, visible from everywhere as he moved Niralambam without any support, Bheje, as he kept entering into the clouds and emerging out. And Adrirat means, Adri means mountain, just like Parvatah, just like mountain. Lamba Pakshaha, but a mountain, because he has these hands and these padapani, right? He has these hands and legs that kind of support him with that flight, so that he can move and he can sort of like glide in the air. So Pradrishyamanaha sarvatra, everywhere he was to be seen. Plavamanam tu tam drishtva Simhika nama rakshasi manasa chintayamasa pravriddha kamarupini. Has anyone encountered this word Simhika? Simhika, has anybody ever encountered this pada anywhere? No one? Samkshepa Ramayana. Okay. Padmavati ji is saying Simhika Garbha Samputam, not Vayuputram. Anybody familiar with Navagraha shlokas? I learned it from my mother at a very young age. Does anybody know the shlokam for Rahu? Sudha Bagni says she knows. I'm going to try unmuting you, Bagni. Do you know the shloka?
Yes, Bhagini, I will. I'll just. Simhika Garbha Sambhutana.
Simhika
Is it
Ardhakayam.
Ardhakaya Mahaviryam Chandraditya Vimardhanam
Mm.
Simhika Garbha Sambhutam Tam
Mm.
Pranamamyaham.
Correct. Dhanyawadaha, Bagni. So,
Thank you.
Ardhakayam Mahaviryam Chandraditya Vimardhanam Simhika Garbha Sambhutam Tam Rahum Pranamamyaham. So, Simhika Garbha Sambhutam. So, Simhika is the mother of Rahu and Ketu. And I don't know if I should be saying this here, but I'll anyway say it. Couple of days back, I usually don't think about the Sundarakandam class until that day. So if it's Friday, usually my mind starts working on Sundarakandam on Friday, kind of like, what is it that will happen that day. But couple of days back, I think it was Tuesday, I had dropped my daughter in school, and I was driving back in my scooter. I stopped over for vegetables, and then there is a Kuti temple nearby, and I just did 3 pradakshinams, and then I got onto the bike. And usually I don't think about Sundarakandam. I'll be thinking about verifications, slides, and uploads and things. Usually I will not be thinking about what is it that I need to say in the class. That is not a very common occurrence. It wasn't there for Bhagavad Gita, it wasn't there for Sankshepa Ramayanam, it was not there for Sundarakandam either. Usually I have to come to my desk to get into that mode, and I have to kind of get into there. But for some reason that day, I was just thinking, Hanuman has crossed Mainakam, Hanuman has crossed Surasa. Oh, I think that happened the week before. Last week he crossed Surasa, and this week he's going to be crossing Simhika. So I know this because of the Sundarakandam Golu I had done. So I was thinking, okay, this week he'll be crossing Simhika. So the moment that word Simhika came into mind, very young age, I must have been in my primary, when Amma taught Japa Kusma Sankasham Kashipayam. So the nine shlokas for Navagraha, I learned from my Amma. So I knew, and specifically for childbirth, you chant Rahu Shlokam. So I've chanted that quite a bit. So I was thinking, when I'm teaching it in this class, this upcoming Friday, I should, whenever we encounter this word Simhika, I should be able to tell everybody that we need to connect it with the same Rahu Shlokam, because the Simhika is the same Simhika that is referenced in the Rahu Shlokam. So I was telling the shloka in the mind, Ardhakaryam Mahaviryam Chandradityam. There was a turn that was happening. Ardhakaryam Mahaviryam Chandradityam Vimartanam Simhika Garbha Sambhudam Tam Rahum Pranamamiham. A 2-feet snake fell from a tree in front of my scooter. So bunch of things happened, and anyways, so I felt it was a blessing. I was just coming in the scooter, and I was thinking of the shloka, which is usually not normal. I won't be thinking about what it is that we need to say in class, but that day, for some reason, I was just chanting the shloka in mind. Ardhakaryam Mahaviryam Tam Rahum Pranamamyaham. I was just finishing in my mind Tam Rahum Pranamamyaham. There was this huge tree in front of my scooter, and that snake would have actually fallen on me. I just escaped by like 2 seconds. It was a 2 feet long snake. It felt right in front of my vehicle, and I had to stop, and huge commotion happened that day and the day after. So in any case, I feel it's a blessing for all of us. Somehow that day, I think I had to encounter it. It shook me really badly for some time. And but I felt, I don't know, I think Hanuman is with us, and I think every energy that we kind of invest in our itihasam, Puranas, and bhakti and Bhagavan, I think it comes back to us in a very positive way. My children have been in the same school for what they are for so many years. It is the same path that I have crossed a zillion times. dropping, picking, dropping, picking, dropping, picking. And never once have I encountered, never once have I even chanted that shlokam in the last few years, maybe in the morning when I go to temple, but not while I am traveling in road. So I was just turning and finishing the shloka, and this potak, this 2 feet snake fell from the tree right in front of the vehicle. So if at all anybody here has some Nagar temple near your house, you can do pradakshinam, you can do offer milk as a thank you from all of us to Nagar. And that is only because it was connected to the Sundarakandam class that I'm sharing it here. Otherwise, I think I wouldn't be sharing it here. It is only because I wanted to say it in class. I wanted to ask the shloka, tell the shloka and say it is the same Simhika that Anjaneya is encountering. Simhika Garbha Sambhutam. Lot of us would have known that shloka because typically for Navagraham you chant that shloka. So I wanted to say, so that was kind of running in my mind. So if members who are attending this class, if you have Nagarani and Nagaraja near your house, under a tree, you can go do maybe 11 pradakshinam and offer milk, do namaskaram and thank for the blessing for me and the entire satsang members. And that is a kind request to all of us. Anyways, this just shook me for a couple of days. So plavamanam tu tam drishtva. So seeing Hanuman flying. Simhika. Who was Simhika? Rakshasi. She was the mother of Rahu and Kedu. Manasa chintayamasa. She was thinking in her mind. Pravriddha kamarupini. Pravriddha means she was no ordinary Rakshasi. She was a powerful Rakshasi. And similar to Surasa, Kamarupini, she also could take any form, any time that she wanted to. Adya dirghasya kalasya bhavishyami aham ashita. Idam hi me mahat satvam chirasya vasham agatam. So after a long time, adya means today. We hear this in Sankalpam. Adya purvoktaye evam guna viseshena. Adya means today. Dirghasya means long. Kalasya, after a long time. Bhavishyami, I will become. Aham bhavishyami, I will become. Ashita means satiated means my hunger will be satisfied. Why? Idam hime, there is a great this person or a being that has come right in front of me. Mahat Sattvam, huge. Chirasya, after a long time. Vasham agatam, this person is going to finally come under my control. I am going to take control of that person, is what Simhika thought. Chintayamasa, manasi chintayamasa, thought in her mind. After a long time, my hunger is going to be satiated. This great, huge figure that is flying here, Plavamanam, in the previous shloka that we saw, is going to finally come under my control. Iti sanchintya manasa chayam asya samakshipat. Chayayam grihyamanayam chintayamasa vanaraha. So Simhika had this special power, special shakti, where by just feeling the shadow of a being, of a jantu, she could grahyamanayam, she could capture that. So she doesn't have to take the effort to go and physically fight and capture something. So she had this power where Hanuman was flying and Hanuman's shadow was falling in the, where would it fall? Hanuman's shadow would fall in the ocean, and Simhika was in the ocean. So what was she doing? She was trying to capture Hanuman. So if she wanted to capture, by just capturing the shadow, dragging the shadow, seizing the shadow, she could capture that jantu or that being that is casting the shadow. That is the special power Simhika had. So thinking this, iti sanchintya, having thinking this, manasa, in her mind, through her mind, Chayam, asya chayam, his shadow. Samakshipat, she wanted to seize, she was seizing. Chayayam grihyamanayam, so she had the power to capture through shadow. Vanaraha chintayamasa, looking at this, who is Vanaraha? Hanuman. Chintayamasa, he began to think. So he saw Simhika and he saw that Simhika was trying to pull him down or seize him, capture him through his shadow. So that clever Vanaraha, he started to think in his mind. Chintayamasa. Samakshiptaha asmi sahasa. Pangukrita parakramaha prati lomena vatena maha nauhu iva sagare. So he is feeling, what is he thinking? He is suddenly being captured. Samakshiptaha. Akshiptaha means captured, seized. Asmi means I am being. Sahasa, how he was quietly flying through that path which was frequented by these great personalities, right? We saw these great personalities and Navagrahas and Surya, Chandra, all these celestial beings. So he was happily, in autopilot mode through that path. And suddenly he felt somebody was capturing or seizing him. Pratilobhena. So what is happening? So it is kind of acting in opposition. Pratilomena means in opposition. So he has to go in one direction and the wind is favoring the flight of Hanuman. But what is happening? Mahanauhu, like a great ship, right? Which is caught by contrary or opposite wind. So the ship is trying to travel in one direction. If the wind is in the same direction, the ship will easily sail in the ocean. Now imagine the ship is trying to sail and the wind is acting in the opposite direction, the contrary wind, right? It is trying to oppose the movement of the ship. What will happen? The ship will start rocking. We have all seen that. So it will start rocking and its path will basically be obstructed. So that is what Hanuman was feeling. He was feeling that he was suddenly being captured, and just like a ship which is caught in the opposite flowing wind, his strength, Pangu Krita Parakramaha, means his strength, Parakramam, his strength, has suddenly been neutralized. Pangu Krita, neutralized. It has come down, which means he is trying to move forward and he's kind of, what is the word? Stationary there, right? He's kind of fixed there, unable to move forward. So he's understanding that the Simhika is trying to pull him down through his shadow. Tirya urdhvam adhaha cha eva vikshamanaha tataha kapihi dadarsha saha mahatsatvam uttitam lavanambasi. So what did he do? He looked sideways, he looked upward, he looked downward, looking. Vikshamanaha. Vikshanam means looking. That Vikshamanaha Kapihi, that Kapi or Hanuman, who was looking in all direction, what did he see? He saw this Mahat Sattvam. Suddenly he saw this huge creature. Uttitam means coming out, rising. From where? Lavanam Basi. Lavanam means salt, salty water. So which is ocean. So Hanuman, who was looking through in all directions, trying to understand from where this chaya was being, his chaya was being captured, and his flight was being stalled. So he was stalling in one location, unable to move or propel further. So he was looking, Tirya means sideways, Urdhvam means upwards, Adaha means downwards. So he was looking in all directions. That Kapi, that Hanuman, saw this Mahat Sattvam, this huge creature, suddenly rising from the Lavanambasi, from Sagaram. Tat Drishtva. having seen that Chintayamasa Marutihi, Hanuman thought. What did he thought? Vikrita Ananam. Vikritam means kind of goram, deformed, something which is not normal to look at. Vikrita Ananam. Kapirajena Kathitam. So he has been told by Kapirajaha. Who does Kapiraja refer to here? Kapirajena Kathitam. Kathitam means said, but who is very good, Shantiji. Sugriva. So Sugriva has told about this particular creature to Hanuman, saying that there is this, horrible deformed face creature which has, when you look at it, you will become, you will experience wonder. You will be wonderstruck. Sattvam Adbhuta Darshanam, wondrous appearance. That kind of creature they have discussed somewhere before. So, seeing this huge creature with deformed face, Hanuman was thinking in his mind, oh, this must be the same creature, Kapirajena Katitam, who the king of monkeys, my master Sugriva, had told about it some time back. So, it is the same creature. Let us look at the connection, why he is trying to connect it here. Sattvam is creature. Adbhuta Darshanam. Here, Adbhutam has a negative connotation, kind of shocking or, a terrifying kind of look, terrifying kind of appearance. So he is being reminded of his conversation with Sugriva, where Sugriva had mentioned about this Vikrita Anana Sattva Adbhuta Darshana creature, right? It has deformed face, it is ghoram to look at, it is terrifying. So, tad drishtva, having seen that kind of creature, he remembers what Kapirajaha, Sugriva, had told him. Now he understands. Chaya grahi mahaviryam tat idam na atra samshayah. He had also mentioned this particular ghora sattvam, ghora creature has this capability to capture through chaya. Means chaya is shadow. Just by dragging or seizing the shadow, that creature. Who is this creature? Who is this creature? Simhika. So Simhika, that creature, is that same Chaya Grahi that Kapirajaha had told him. Na atra samshayaha. I have absolutely no doubt. It is the same creature. Tam Buddhva, understanding that Artha Tatvena means who is she? What is she capable of? Simhika, Matiman Kapihi. So that intelligent Kapi understood that it is the same shadow capturing Simhika. And he had absolutely no doubt. Na atra samshayah. So there is no doubt that it is the same shadow capturing powerful Mahaviryam, not an ordinary Simhika, Mahaviryam Simhika. I have absolutely no doubt. And who thought this? Matiman, that intelligent Kapihi, was thinking that it is the same Simhika. What is he going to do? Vyavardhata Mahakayah Pravrishi iva Balahakah Tasya sa Kayam Udvikshya Vardhamanam Mahakapehe. So let us look at some of the known words here. Mahakayah. What is Kayam? What is Kayah? Kayah is body. Correct. Mahakayah, huge, gigantic body. Right? So, and this Pravrishiva, we just encountered this word here. Very good, Aparnaji. Raining, right? Rainy season, resembling the cloud in the rainy season. And the cloud word here is balahakaha. So that means great cloud, that Hanuman's body expanded as though it resembled a cloud in the rainy season. So clouds have this hanging kind of look during rainy season, right? And what happened? Sa here refers to Simhika. Simhika, Kayam Udviksha, seeing Hanuman's body. What was happening? Vardhamanam. What is Vardhanam? Vardhanam means growing. Very good. Vardhanam means growing. Vardhamanam Mahakapehe, that great monkey. So Hanuman's body was expanding. Mahakayaha. Vyavardhataha, that Shariram was expanding in all directions. And he was resembling what? He was resembling the massive cloud, black cloud, which we see during the rainy season. And what was happening? Who is Sa here? Sa refers to Simhika. What was she doing? She was seeing Hanuman's Shariram, Hanumataha Kayaha, Hanuman's Kayam. And how was that Kayam? Vardhamanam. As she was looking at his body, it was continuing to grow. So Simhika, who thought she herself was powerful, was seeing that this Hanuman, whom she was trying to capture through the shadow, suddenly he was growing bigger than his huge size, which was already there. What happened next? Vaktram prasarayamasa patalan patala antara sannibham ghanarajiva. Ghana is cloud. Garjanti vanaram samabhidravat. So what did Simhika do? Vaktram. Vaktram means a lot of these words we will encounter again and again. So mouth. Vaktram is mouth. So this mouth prasarayamasa. She opened it wide, resembling Patalam. What is Patalam? Vaktram is mouth. Prasarayamasa. Patalam is the locum, right? And why the Patalam locum? Because it has this terrifying effect, right? If Valmiki couldn't have used Devalokam is also the same size, but then Devalokam is sattvic in nature. There is a divinity associated with it. So instead he is using the word Patalan. Patala Antara Sannibam, resembling the depth of the Patala Lokam, the underworld. Ganaraja Iva, the cluster of crowds. Garjanti, she was roaring and making the sound like that of a thunder. And what was she doing? That Vanaram to Hanuman, Samabhidravat. She started charging him or fighting with him. How? With ferocity. She was very terrifying, and she aggressively, she was waging kind of, a fight with Hanuman, and she was taking charge. She was charging at him. So, Vaktram Prasarayamasa, opening her mouth, and that mouth that resembled Patala Antara Sannibam, the depth of the Patala Lokam. Ganaraja Iva, like the clouds, the thunder cloud. Garjanti, Garjanam is making sound. So what did she do? Simhika, Samabhidravat, she charged at Vanaram towards Hanuman. Is there going to be a fight? Saha dadarsha tataha tasyaha vivritam sumahat mukham kaya matram. Prasarayamasa means opening. In general, we say jalam prasarayati. Jalam means net. So when we spread the net, jale jalam dhivaraha jale jalam prasarayati. So the fisherman spreads the net in water. 1 second. Enada kanna? So prasarayati means kind of spreading, and that spreading indicates that covering a broader area. So here prasarayamasa means opening it wide. So she opened it so wide, and as she was opening, she was making that roaring sound, like thundercloud sound, and she was charging Hanuman. She was ready to capture him. And Saha, what did Saha refers to Hanuman here. Dadarsha means he saw. Dadarsha. Tataha tasya vivritam, wide open vivritam. Mukham, her mouth was wide open, and kaya matram, the whole body. Medhavi. Medhavi is a word that we have encountered. What is Medhavi? Tamil also we say, no, Periya Medhavi nu nanappa. What is Medhavi? Medha means Medhavi means intellectual, clever, wise, learned, educated, genius. Correct. So that intelligent Hanuman, what was he doing? He was, as she was making the sound and she was ready to capture him, he was observing Dadarsha. He was noticing those vital points. Marmani. Marmam means something which is not very obvious, right? Marmam means something which is kind of hidden. So that intelligent Hanuman was trying to observe. Kaya matram means the whole body of Simhika, while she had the mouth wide open, but he was kind of focusing on the vital points, maybe to strike or maybe to, see how he can tackle her. Let's see. Saha tasya vivrite vaktre vajra samhananah kapihi sankshipya muhuhu atmanam nishpapata mahabalah. So vajram iva kayaha. Vajram means Vajrayudham in general, as strong like Vajrayudham, or Vajram also means diamond, right? Diamond is very, very difficult to break. So this Hanuman had this huge body, and that body, which was as strong as Vajram, like a diamond, like Vajrayudham. Kapihi Hanuman. Sankshipya. We have encountered this word before. What is Sankshipya? Even the last class we had this pada. Compressed, correct. Sankshipya, he compressed, contracted himself. Muhuhu means for a short period of time. Atmanam means himself. And he swiftly went into Simhika's wide open mouth. So Mahabalaha, Nishpapata, he kind of emerged out. So Simhika had her mouth wide open, and Hanuman, suddenly compressed himself, contracted, shrunk himself, so that he could get in there. And then what is going to see? What is going to happen? Asye, this word also we have encountered in the mouth. Tasyaha, nimajjantam. Nimajjantam means sinking in. Dadrushuhu means seeing. Who were seeing? Siddha Charanaha, all the celestial beings, Siddha Purushas and Charanas who wander about in the cloud. They were all seeing. Grasyamanam means Hanuman was being swallowed. And how was Hanuman being swallowed? Yatha Purnam Chandram Rahuna Parvani. So during the on a full moon night, just like by Rahu, the full moon is being consumed, indicating the eclipse or the Grahanam. That is why we call it Grahanam, means the swallowing happens. So the celestial beings, which celestial beings? Siddhas and Charanas, they saw Hanuman. And what was happening to Hanuman? Asye, in the mouth. Whose mouth? Tasyaha, Simhikas. Nimajjantam, being captured, being swallowed. They saw. Oh, did I miss? I didn't flip, sorry. It went back, I think. It's okay now? So Sankshipya, having compressed, I think I must have hit the back button. Sankshipya, briefly he compressed himself, Atmanam. And how did he look? He looked as though he was being, it was like the full moon which was being captured by Rahuna. There is a reference to Simhika and there is a reference to Rahu as well here. Tataha tasya nakhaihi tikshnaihi marmani utkritya vanaraha utpapata atha vegena manaha sampata vikramaha. So Hanuman, what did he do? He did not wait even for a second. He did not want to wage a fight. He did not want to negotiate. He did not want to talk to her. He did not want to describe the reason why for his flight. He did not want to talk about Rama. He did not seek her help. He did not ask her to be involved in this Ramakaryam. He had no intention of having any conversation or sambhashanam whatsoever. The moment he remembered it is that Ghora Simhika who can pull through Chaya, what Hanuman did, he compressed himself and then he went into Simhika's mouth and he tore apart Marmani Utkritya, these vital points. So they all say, no, all these beings have these Jivan at specific points. If you target those specific points, the life will leave that kayam, that body, mrityu will happen. So he attacked with his claws, nakhaihi. What kind of nakham? Tikshnaihi means sharp. With his sharp claws, he tore apart, utkritya. What did he tear apart? Marmani, all these vital points. And he leaped out, utpapata. He kind of came out, tearing her apart. Vegena. How did he come out? Vegena, he came out. Manaha. And the explanation here or the reference here on an example here is Manaha, just like how fast mind travels, right? They say two things are extremely fast, wind and mind. So wind can travel with extreme speed, so does mind. You can be here and mind from here can flip in a second from one place to another place, one thought to another thought, one karyam in the mind to another karyam. So mind has this extreme speed with which it can traverse. So he leaped out as though the speed was that like of a manaha, or the thought, with the speed of thought. So Hanuman, you should see this third encounter that he has, he is not wasting even 1 second. So that is the kind of hindrance that we all need to be aware of. So in terms of lessons learned, you can mark this shloka, where when we know that this particular hindrance that we are encountering is not going to be any value addition to our goal, wasting time in that is going to be of no use. So there might be some people whom we know have no good intentions. So trying to explain ourselves to them, explain our goal to them, or expecting that they will give a hand in us achieving our goal is a complete waste of time, energy, and effort. So that is the third type of obstacle that we will encounter. The first obstacle is out of love, our near and dear ones who mean good. The second one is Bhagavan and other devatas testing to make sure how strong we are in our goal, what kind of effort, to what extent will we go to achieve our goal. So that is the second kind of obstacle. The third kind is the kind which is which has no prayojana. It has no use at all. So we should not even waste a single bit of effort, a single second, fraction of a second, trying to explain ourselves or expecting something out of such obstacles. So our effort is to identify and have that vivekam to understand when we encounter an obstacle, in what category that falls. So the way Valmiki has also kind of structured it, you will see that the first one, the near and dear ones who mean good, who actually truly love us, who want us to see us be successful in life, right? Who want to support us in every which way. Those are sattvic obstacles. Now, the next one was surasa, which is the testing, right? Those are kind of, it comes out of activity, movement. It does have a negative kind of connotation to it, but then you have to put in a lot of effort to kind of negotiate, work through the challenge and navigate yourself through it and then emerge successful. So that is the rajasic kind of hindrance or obstacle that we will face. And the last kind, which is the tamasic, which is completely useless. It brings no value whatsoever, something we need to completely stay away in our lives. So when that kind of obstacle is there, depending on what, right? I mean, some obstacles you can't say I will stay away. You have to tackle it in the right way, but just put like minimal effort to get through that phase, right? Don't waste too much energy and effort and time and everything trying to solve that particular problem. You just move on without wasting too much time. So Sundarakandam has these beautiful lessons that we have to remember. So our job is to figure out and categorize the obstacles that we encounter as, is it Mainakam? Is it Surasa? Or is it Simhika? Is it Sattvic? Is it Rajasic? Or is it Tamasic? So Tamasic, that is what we have to work on. That is where our Vivekam, our Buddhihi, our Tikshna Buddhihi comes into picture. So at least we have to utilize that skill that we have to do the right thing for the right kind of obstacle. If for a tamasic effort, we give love, we reciprocate love, we are going to be torn into pieces. Instead of Hanuman tearing Simhika apart, Simhika would have torn Hanuman into pieces. So investing that kind of love or effort or time into a tamasic obstacle is going to be detrimental. It could completely destroy us. So we have to keep this in mind when we navigate through various obstacles while we are trying to achieve a goal in our life. How beautifully he has structured and how he has correct. Ushaji is saying that, yeah, so all of us have a mixture of everything, right? No person is completely sattvic. Like even in Bhagavad Gita, you can say sattvikam means it predominates over the tamasic and the rajasic. So we have to see and classify it and see what is predominant there. Some things are quite obvious, right? Like if it comes from our parents, from our siblings, from our children, from our near and close friends who mean good, it will be sattvic. When it is a testing period, when we have to navigate, then you tackle it in a clever way. Some of the negative vibes that we get, it's very obvious. They don't want to see us successful in life. They don't want to contribute in a positive way at all. But sometimes we have great trouble in life letting go of such people. We know very clearly in our mind that this person is not valuable to our life. This person is detrimental to our life. We find it extremely difficult to cut toxic relationships in life. So that is what we need to do. Just cutting off that relationship and taking a back step and completely letting go of them, right? And not bothering or investing in what they are trying to do to us. So I think that is what we need to remember. Tam tu drishtya cha dhritya cha dhakshinyena Nipatya hi. Saha kapipravaraha vegat vavridhe punaha atmaman. So then what happened? With his, how did he do this? He had this amazing perception, right? He was able to, within like a short period of time, he was able to understand what was happening there. And then he had this great dhriti. What is dhriti? Dhriti is determination. I will not give up, right? And then he had this dakshinyam, means talent, skill. He was samarthaha. So he, with the ability to look, see how he paused while she was roaring, how he paused to look through her vital points, and he felt, okay, going into the mouth and then tearing her apart and coming out would be the right way to attack Simhika. So he had this extreme cleverness with which he could implement effort, put effort to achieve his goal. He did that. He had this determination. He wasn't giving up. And he had the skill to doing as well, which is because of the bhakti he had towards Lord Rama, towards Ramachandra Prabhu. So what did he do? Nipatya. He subdued, he attacked, he kind of, put Simhika to rest. And what did he do? Vegat, with great speed, Vavridhe, he grew again, because he needed that kind of size to traverse through Akasha Margam. Punaha, again, he sped forward, he kind of propelled forward. Krita, Kritsa, Hanumata, Papata, Vidhura Ambasi, Swayambhuva, Iva Hanuman, Srishtaha Tasya Nipatena. So, Simhika was killed. Her life force was taken away by Hanuman. So, what happened? Papata means falling. Patanam means falling. Vidhurambasi, into the water. Those Vidhurambasi means these moving kind of troubling water. Here it means more around the force with which Simhika fell into the water. So Hanuman, and she is thinking in her mind, or it looked like Swayambhuva means by Brahma. Swayambhu is Brahma. Hanuman Srishtaha. Srishti means creation. So Hanuman Srishtaha. Hanuman was created specifically tasyaha nipatane, specifically for her destruction. So, Simhika was killed or subdued by Hanuman. It seemed as though Hanuman was taking up this Ramakaryam, and Simhika, as he was moving through the Akasha Margam, she could have kept quiet, but then she didn't keep quiet. She wanted to feast on him, and she was using her shadow capturing power to capture Hanuman, and Hanuman was not going to keep quiet. So Hanuman used his perception, used his skill, used, that takshane eva, that moment, he used what needed to be done, that effort that he put in, and he took her life. And it looked as though Hanuman was created by Brahma just for Simhika's destruction. Papatena. So, papatane. Papatane means falling. Sorry, papatena nasti. Papatane, just for Simhika's destruction. So the third obstacle also, Hanuman kind of wins over, and each obstacle he won over in a different way. The time he spent for each of the obstacle is different. The way he paid attention is different. The way he reacted is different. The way he reciprocated is different. His aggression was different. So every obstacle, though it was an obstacle in the same path to his Ramakaryam, to his Anveshanam of Sita Mata, he handled each of those obstacles very, very differently. It is also a lesson that we can't generalize every situation that comes into everybody's life. What you encounter in your life will require a different kind of tactics compared to what I encounter in my life. It might be the same situation, but way you have to handle it might be different from the way I have to handle it, because for each of us, what type of obstacle is it's very subjective. It is very situational. So that is what we need to remember. We can't generalize effort, time, and reaction to all the obstacles, saying that there is no one formula for all. You have to be intelligent enough to perceive what kind of obstacle it is, and then tackle it, handle it, react to it in a different way, in a way which is specific to that obstacle. So that ends with the 200th shloka. We will continue with the last part, the last 15 shlokas next week. And then we will have a revision class for Sarga 1. I will upload the individual verses as well as set of tens in the YouTube channel. Please make sure you practice. Do devote 10 to 15 minutes every day as a sankalpa for Sundara Kandam learning. It will benefit all of us. And like I had requested, if you have Nagaraja Rani near your house, easily accessible, please offer milk, pradakshanam, shlokam, flowers, whatever you can, as thank you to Sarparaja. Thank you so much. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tatsat. Dhanyavadaha. Shubhadinam Shubharatrihi. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Krishna. Anjaneya Swami ki Jai. Ram Ram Ram. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam.